Hey guys, welcome to my first math lesson. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to correctly label sides of a right angled triangle, and also we're going to be starting off with trigonometry and right angled triangle trigonometry. So today we're just, as I said, we're going to just start chapter 1, correctly being able to label sides of a right angled triangle. Later on in my next lesson, we're going to move on to Pythagoras, and then we're going to also do SOHCAHTOA, and we're going to maybe move on to maybe calculating side lengths, different side lengths, using angle theta, and so that's for later though. Today we're just going to cover how to correctly label sides on a right angle triangle. I don't want to go. There we go. So we have a right angle triangle here. Now, typically when you have a right angle triangle, it's very useful to label your sides. So we usually, as a beginner, or if you're using the Pythagoras theorem, then you usually just use A, B, and C. But this time around, we're going to, they have different names actually, so that means getting rid of A, B, and C, and this time we have 3 new names. So we have opposite, we have adjacent, Y, we have adjacent, and we have hypotenuse. So we have these 3 sides, and the aim of this lesson is to correctly be able to label sides of a right angle triangle, because this further helps in the expression. So and toa. So this will come in handy later, but we don't need to know much about that right now. This is just a beginner's lesson, so let's start off with this right angle triangle that I've created here. So I think the easiest one to label typically is the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle. And an easy way to think of the hypotenuse is basically opposite to the 90-degree box here. So yeah, that's an easy way to think of it. So here's our hypotenuse, and then next up, let's go for the adjacent side. Now, to be honest, I like to think of the adjacent side as sort of parallel to angle theta. So, so here is our adjacent side. It's basically means that it's next to. So here we have adjacent. No, that's not very good, is it? The adjacent angle, and so that's adjacent out of the way. And next up we have our opposite side. So opposite to angle theta, boom, we have this side here. That's not very good, is it? So opposite is here. And basically, as you can see, so this one, it all depends on angle theta for this situation. So opposite to theta, adjacent to theta, and I sort of think opposite of the right angle triangle, or the longest side of the right angle triangle. So you can just go back and pause the video and get down some notes. I'll put up a quick problem here, and I'll let you guys correctly label the sides of the right angle triangle. Alright, so I'll put up the names for the last time, and then in the next problem I won't put them up. Okay, so feel free to pause the video and correctly label the side of these right angle triangle, of this right angle triangle, using these names here. Okay, so let's get to the answers. Let's start off with the easiest one, the hypotenuse, right? Opposite to the 90-degree angle, we have our hypotenuse. And if you got that, well done. Next up, we have got, let's go for the opposite side. Opposite to angle theta, you have the opposite side. If you got that, well done. And then next up, well, the last one, we have basically angle, we have the adjacent side. And that is this here. Now if you got the adjacent side, well done. And that is just how to label sides of a right angle triangle correctly. I'm gonna quickly put up a problem and I'll let you guys label the sides correctly. Okay, so it's pretty easy, this one here, but I'll let you guys solve it. So, correctly label the sides of this right angle triangle, and then check if you're correct. I'll post up the answer. Okay, so let's move on. So, looking for hypotenuse, opposite to the 90-degree joint, we have the hypotenuse. And that's not very good why. We have the hypotenuse. Next up, now we look at theta. So let's look opposite to theta. This is our opposite angle here. So that's our up. And last one, we have got adjacent, and that is right here. So that's basically it for just the beginner trigonometry. Also, what you can do, right? Like in this triangle, if what I can do sometimes, and you can do too, is sort of be able to tessellate it, move it around, you know. So if I were to lift this, if I were to push it up 90 degrees, so it would, the right angle triangle would appear like this here. This is not to scale though, but that's basically what it would look like to make things easy. So we have opposite, we have adjacent, and we have hypotenuse. Not a very good A, but there. So H-O and E. So yeah, thanks for attending this first lesson. I hope it helped you in some way. Please do like and subscribe for further content. Thanks.